Assalamu alaikum. Dear friends, I hope you are all well, staying at home and study time to time. Your school is closed now, but you have to study more and more at home. For your development, your school has arranged these classes. For this reason, I have to continue these classes. And this is my second class with you. In my first class, I took voice changing interrogative. Interrogative voice changes has two types. One is yes no question and another is WS question. In my first class, I discussed only yes no question, but today I will discuss more only WS question. Dear friends, WS question, you are very known with these words because I think in your EFT book, that means English for today for class 5, you have a topics on making WS question. So this word is not new for you, but as a WS interrogative sentence, it may be new for you, but it's very easy to understand. So don't be worried. Follow the board and listen to me. What is WS question? Simply, we can say that the questions which contain WS word, those are called WS question. Already I have written the WS words here: where, when, how, why, what, which, whose, who, and whom. Here I have underlined the two WS word, who and whom, because these two WS words are exceptional among them, because all the WS words will be remain unchanged, but only who and whom will be changed to change the sentence active into passive. Dear students, follow here. Already I have written a note who will be changed into by whom, and by whom or whom will be changed into who. This is the only exceptional for WS. But all the others WS will be remain unchanged without who and by whom or whom. Here are some examples I have written for understanding you. These friends follow the examples and remind the rules of voice changing that you learned in assertive sentence voice changing and interrogative voice changing yes no question. As usually, you have to use the WS question from the beginning of the subject. Next, you have to use the auxiliary verb because it's a interrogative sentence. As this is a present indefinite tense and the auxiliary verbs are am, is, are. And here object is me, and if you want to change the object into subject, you will get I. For I, you have to use auxiliary verb am that I have written here. So am I. The third step, you have to change the principal verb into past participle, disturbs. Then you have to use preposition by, and last of all, you have to use the subject form into object form. Okay, are you clear? Okay, there are another examples here. Question number 2, how did he do the sum? The same way, you have to use the WS word at first, then you have to use auxiliary verb. What is auxiliary verb here? As this is a past indefinite tense, you have to use was or were. As the sum is third person singular number, you have to use was. That I have written here, was the sum. The third step, you have to use the past participle form of the principal verb that I have written. And fourth step, you have to use preposition by. And last of all, you have to use the subject form into object form he, him. The third question, same way, when will you return my book? First of all, you have to use the WS question, WS word as usually. Then you have to use the auxiliary verb. What is auxiliary verb here? Future indefinite tense, shall be, will be. But for interrogative sentence, you have to use the auxiliary verb before subject form, then you have to use be. That I have written here, when will object my book be. The third step, verb past participle return, and fourth step, preposition by, and last of all, you have to use the subject form into object form. Is it very difficult? No, it is not so difficult. It's very easy. If you try to understand it, it is very easy. You have to study, you have to practice. But it will be very complex for you if you don't practice at home, if you don't study at home. The exercise 4, who and whom, those are exceptional that I have marked here. And I have written 2 examples here. Who has done the work? I have written here, if there is who, you have to change by whom. So I have written here, for who I have written by whom. As usually, you have to change the sentence as usual rules. By whom, then you have to use the auxiliary has, then the object, then perfect being, and last of all, the past participle form of the verb. As is the perfect tense, so here verb is always past participle form. The last number, whom do you like most? Whom, you know, whom you have to change into who. That I have written here. As this is a present indefinite tense, do, you have to use the auxiliary verb am, is, are. That I have used here, who, auxiliary is, and the past participle form of the like, and the extra word that we call it extension most. Next, you have to use preposition by, and last of all, you have to use the subject form into object form. That I have used here. I think you have understood the lesson properly. But if you have any confusion, you can contact with your teacher for your help, and I hope it will be very easy for you if you study at home, because it's a very easy topics for every student. So today is my class is this is my class. No more today. I will come next with a new class for you. Thank you. See you next time. And last of all, I advise you stay at home and study more and more. Thank you.